Hello blokes and women, and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to drive a motor in DayZ. First things first, in order to drive a car you need to have all the required components. The components that are required for the car are 4 wheels of the car model, obviously, else you won't be able to drive. However, it has to be of the model. So right here in this video I'm driving the Sarker 120, so I'd need the Sarker 120 wheels, not the Gunter 2 wheels or the Adder 4x4 wheels. You also need a car radiator, a car battery, and last but not least, a spark plug. I'll make a more in-depth guide on how to assemble a car in the coming days. If the video is already out while you're watching this video, there's a link to it in the top right of your screen. Once your motorised vehicle has all the required components, you simply want to place your bottom into the driver's seat by opening the door and pressing square to sit down. Hold square while looking at the seats and you will sit down behind the wheel. Upon sitting down, you'll notice a total of 4 dials will appear in the bottom left of your screen. The 2 small dials in the middle are the most important ones in DayZ. The reason why is because if these dials were empty, you wouldn't be able to drive your car at all. The top dial shown here signifies the presence of petroleum within your motor. It is important to keep your car full of petrol, as this is what enables you to drive by powering your engine. The dial at the bottom signifies the presence of water that lies within your car radiator. It is also important to keep this topped up because without water in your car radiator, your engine will begin to overheat and will ruin, and you cannot drive a car that is ruined. The big dial on the left is your speedometer. The number at the bottom shows you how fast you're going in kilometres an hour. Unfortunately, there is no way to change the value to miles per hour as of the time of recording this video. The big dial on the right shows your revs per minute and what gear you are currently in. As you can see, mine is on the letter N, which means I'm in neutral and not in gear. In order to fill up your radiator with water, you will need a container that contains water. For example, you can fill up a water bottle, a canteen, a glass bottle, or even a petrol can or a jerry can with water, and you'll be able to fill up your car radiator with it. The water can be obtained from any source like a water pump, a lake, a pond, a stream, etc, etc. Once you've filled the radiator, your dial should be pointing towards the left as shown on screen. Next, you need to fill up the motor with petrol. Simply fill a container up with gasoline at a petrol station and walk over to the fuel filler hole and refuel your car, like so. Once you've filled your motor up with petrol and water, you're ready to drive. Return to the driver's seat and hold R2 to start the engine. To go up a gear, you need to press the circle button. After doing so, you'll change from neutral to gear 1, from gear 1 to gear 2 and so on. To drop a gear, you need to press the X button. After doing so, you'll change from gear 2 to gear 1 and gear 1 to neutral. To put your car in reverse, simply drop 1 gear after neutral. The letter R will indicate you're in reverse. To pull off, simply switch to gear 1 and hold R2. The reason why you select gear 1 is because this is the pull-off gear. If you try to pull off in gear 4, you will not stall the car. However, it will take you about 80 years to get going. If you try and pull off in neutral, you simply will not go anywhere. In fact, you'll start revving the engine. Always remember, if you're in a hurry or getting shot at and you're outside your car, make sure your motor is in gear 1, because you don't want to look like a fool revving your car in neutral. Once you begin to move, you will need to switch to gear 2 to gain more speed. If you switch gear when your revs are just below halfway mark on the dial, you will actually use less fuel while driving. This tip is especially helpful when your fuel dial is in the red. From gear 2, you can go up the gears up to gear 4 or gear 5 if you're driving the Gunter 2. Just be tremendously cautious while driving because you could die very easily due to lag. With all that being said, I hope you found this video helpful. Driving is quite easy in DayZ, but I hope I've cleared the mist a little bit. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more bangs like this one. This is Topester signing off. Have a good one.